for a little bit if that's all right.
Yeah,
Hey, we are live. Look at
we
there.
are live.
Yeah, we're live now. I want everybody to see Mr. X because look at that kick-ass Hawaiian Magnum PI shirt he's wearing.
I like it. Hawaii
Yeah,
5-0.
I think he's starting to like Florida a little bit too much.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Hey, Can. Good to see you, buddy.
Well, it all comes to an end in about 2 weeks. So
Oh, you going back up?
yeah, yep, heading back after. I got. Sorry, I had my other audio on. I was hearing myself. Yeah. Easter weekend, I put the family on the plane. Good Friday morning, and then I'm heading back. So
We going up there to get loaded up and get ready to come down for good, or?
well, my daughter's got her tennis season.
Oh, that's right.
And then she's got her graduation, and then we got to get her moved into a dorm, and we got to go through stuff and give stuff away and have a big yard sale.
So you're like getting her out of the house, and then you're saying peace out. You're like, I'm gone. We're on.
Well, not quite that bad. We'll move her in August, and then we'll start making the trek down here probably, I don't know, early October, before it gets too cold up there.
Nice.
Hey, Polly Buck.
Hey, Polly Buck. Good to see you.
So I'm going to turn this back over, since how this is the Don stream and not Gen X stream.
He's on mute.
He's on mute.
One, two, three. Is that better?
Yes.
4, 5, 6.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so how was everybody's week this past week? Very interesting week, wasn't it?
Very, very interesting week.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
As far as the markets and metals and all that stuff go, you mean? Yeah.
There he is. He has made an appearance.
Andy Resnick. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. Yes, Paulie, it was sunny today. It was, I don't know where you're at, but I know here, I think it was around 90.
Wow.
Humidity was up there. It was a little warm. But I sat in the shade and my back was loving every minute of it.
I bet. No, this weekend it's been was it mid to upper 70s here in North Alabama.
Did you get missed by those storms the other night?
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
It looks like something hit you just south of you.
Just south of me, actually not far from where I live, but just on the other side of the Tennessee River. Yeah, that's that storm front that just came right through where they thought the vortex was. Yeah, I don't know, maybe like a 20-30 minute drive south from where I live. Lacey Springs or something like that. And they confirmed EF2 tornado touchdown.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
They're still going over the one that was tragic, that took all those lives. They're not sure if it's a 4 or 5 yet.
Yeah.
Oh, where was this?
It was in Mississippi.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
So looks like we had a couple more people join us. Frostbite Coins and Collectibles.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Silver Frog Man. Good to see you.
Who's your stacker?
What and who's your?
It's your no. Let me get the energy up here. It's your Indiana. Who's your stacker? Although he doesn't follow basketball, so
No.
each their own. We got So Frogman. Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
I think Can just stepped back in saying hello to everybody.
Yep. Can Collectibles. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. Hey, if you're putting on, if you're having an auction tomorrow night, can go ahead and put in the link. If you made a preview video already. Go ahead and
Yep.
post your
You
link.
did. You did. I liked it. I watched it. Interesting stuff going up.
Yeah, this weekend's been nice, so I try to get out of the house and be outside as much as I could. Plus, I got to start cleaning up a little bit because this guy knows, but I'm putting this house on the market.
Really?
Yep.
Making a big change? Making a local change? Or?
No, I'm just moving to a nicer house, better neighborhood, and significantly bigger backyard for the chief of security.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So
Sounds like
it seems like an odd time to put something up on, for sale, but for where I live, the market's just, it's just crazy. People are still buying. It has slowed down, but what works to my advantage is this house, is kind of considered like a starter home, for, first time home buyers or, so my price point is definitely below, what a new construction home or, home that's in a, bigger neighborhood or whatever it's going for. So I don't anticipate once I get this place ready and put it on the market, I don't think it'll take long to sell. As long as
there's pockets, that are real estate's taking a hit, and there's other pockets that it's still growing. It may take a little bit longer. Instead of selling in 24 hours, it may take a week.
Yeah.
Well,
and starter homes are always hot.
Oh yeah, especially in the area he's at with the people that are transplanting. And the industry that's there, in my opinion. I'm not trying to speak out of school or speak for him, but
you get those young couples coming in and they're like, oh, looky here at this nice little place. We like this. Oh, look, it's got a little yard, and we can start the 2.4 kids family here.
It's up to 2.4. I thought it was like 1.6.
Oh, is it only at 1.6 now? I was talking back in the 90s. It was like 2.4 kids or something like that.
I think it's under 2 now.
Oh wow!
So speaking of numbers, Don, your itinerary.
Real quick to.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Say, good evening, Miss Rhonda. Hope you're doing well. And
Yoke fan.
Thank you. Why do I always pause when I try to sit to say his screen name? I don't know. It's Yoke fan. Good evening.
Ozzy likes Yoke fan. My service dog Ozzy, he loves Yoke fan. He used to start squalling and barking every time I say his name.
Well, we got a great crowd here. Thanks for sharing part of your Sunday evening with us. So, okay, somebody's ready for us.
Yeah, that was Zoe talking in the background. I don't think she knows I'm on live.
No, it's okay. No worries.
Hush.
So, where would we like to start?
Wherever you'd like. It's your show, my friend.
Yeah. Well, the
rates went up another quarter point.
Yeah. Well, I guess it kind of ties in me selling my house and you, Mr. X, eventually selling yours as well. The impact of the rates. Well, first off, let's say the official disclaimer: we're not, financial people or any jazz like that. So, do your own due diligence, seek a professional for any of these financial things, tips, whatever. We're just here for information and, most importantly, entertainment purposes. So please do your due diligence. Okay.
And my disclaimer is I'm a professional at nothing.
Yeah.
Other than sarcasm. And sleep. Laura says sleep.
Oh, and don't forget being an auctioneer.
And a good one.
You're pretty good one, man. You got that down pretty dang on good. Anyway, where was my tangent? So yeah, even with interest rates going up a quarter, like you were saying, Mr. X, it's location, right? Especially with real estate and stuff. If you're in a hot market, it's still hot. It's going to still stay hot until something, significant, triggers it, otherwise.
Well, I think
My concern,
is it this week that we get the inflation numbers?
Yeah, Tuesday, isn't it?
Is it Tuesday?
Oh,
Either
this coming Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday or Thursday, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may be right. Tuesday. It's either Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just strikes me as strange. How could we be in a inflation, yet we have low job numbers, low unemployment, relatively speaking. People's incomes are fairly good, compared to the last year or so. Again, I'm not a financial person, just talking out of my head. And yet,
that's not where I saw you going with that, but that's okay. Sorry.
Where's the mute button?
Yeah.
I just don't see. It's like these all these different factors. Something's going up over here, something's going down over here, but it's like it doesn't average out. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me. How can you keep driving? How can inflation keep going up and up and up? And how dare they keep increasing interest rates, and yet, how are we seeing the benefit of it? Okay, best example, and it's the example I've always moaned and groaned about ever since we started doing this stuff. How come my basic savings account at my credit union, how come it's still less than less than 0.0001% of 1% of interest earned?
Well, a lot of them
Why
are
is my
changing
savings
that.
account not earning 4, 5, 6% interest right now? Why?
Well, the banks are going to have to change that because people are pulling their money out of the banks and buying CDs. I mean, you get a 1-year CD to pay 5% right now.
Yeah. So why can't my savings account, as long as I maintain a minimum, dollar amount, which pretty much they all require, you have to maintain X amount of dollars to earn interest. That's fine. That's the rules. That's how it's played. Okay. I maintain it. So why can't I get that same 4 or 5% on my regular savings account without purchasing a CD?
It'll never happen with the bank or credit union because that's the cost of money has gone up.
Exactly.
Right. So I don't know what the standards are. I'm sure it's pretty similar with the credit union that is with banks, but they don't have to have 1 for 1. So if you've got $1,000 in your account, they don't have to have $1,000 there to give you. They only have to have a certain percentage. And when they need money, and they got to borrow money, their cost has gone up. So I don't know. But the Fed created this mess, and now they're trying to get their way out of it. And they've got to be careful. They're walking on a razor's edge because if they increase it too much to bring the inflation number down faster, that's going to cause unemployment to spike, right, and put the economy in the dumps. So, like I said, the guy that I listened to, he'd been projecting 1/4 point for a couple of weeks, and he was dead on again. He's called it for the last couple of months. He's been right on it. So he thinks that they might go up 1/4 point again one more time, or they may pause for a month, but it's definitely going to go up one more time before the end of the year, before they start backtracking based on what he says.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard for me to argue with his track record so far. So, I mean, it's just more expensive, obviously, if people need that 1/4%. I don't know what mortgage rates are right now, but they've got to be around 6%, 7%. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We got another. Did you already highlight him?
Yeah, that was Jack. Yeah.
Jack Gallman from Marion, North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I might have it here in front of me. So yeah,
that's a cool sticker. I got one.
Yeah, that is a cool sticker. So thank you, Jack. So the speaking of stickers, I got my latest package from Sticker Mule, and I will make those ready for everyone soon. But it was a somewhat semi-unofficial collaboration with another channel. It's a running joke between him and I. And I'll do like a little community post, and I'll put a picture of it up for everyone. So when I do, if you want one, email me and I'll mail you one, no problem. But
Do I have to
like
send you an email?
Huh?
Do I have to send you an email?
What? Do you not follow instructions?
He said email, Gen X. He said email
All right.
specifically.
I said
heard
email me your address, right? If I didn't say that, and I'm saying it now, if you like this special unofficial collaborative sticker that I designed for this other, along with this other channel,
fine. I'll send you an email when I get back home. Don't send it to my PO box because it's nothing's getting collected there. So
See? Could have been the wrong place.
Well, I got my box of stuff for you, so I'll just throw it in there. So you're good to go. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a running joke between me and this other. What is he? He's like 3,800 subscribers or something like that. I'll explain it in the community tab when I post it. It's pretty. It's a reference to a line. The actor. Does everybody know who Bruce Campbell is?
Yeah, oh yeah.
From
Army of Darkness, baby.
Yep. That whole series of movies. I really enjoyed him when he was in that TV show Burn Notice.
Oh yeah.
When the USA Network was still around. I don't know if they're still around now.
They are.
But that was a fun show to watch, and he was, it was kind of the, a little bit of the comic relief on there.
Yeah.
And so I'll just leave it at that. I need to write it up, nice and funny. So it'll be on the community tab. So again, if you see it and you'd like one, contact me and let me know, and I will mail you that sticker accordingly. So anyway, back to what we were not talking about. So now that interest rates have changed again, does that affect what's going on with spot prices and all that? And I would argue yes, because look at that. The trend is still going up and up and up.
Even though it's down right now.
But now it's down.
It was down Friday and it's down. I mean, gold's down $3.
So define how much down. Is it? It was around the 2K mark. Is it down to 1,700? No. So
no,
it's still
no.
It's still between what?
It's 1975 right now.
Yeah, 1975. So it's only gone down what, $30?
Yeah, and silver's at 23.
So as far as I'm, it's doing this. It's going up, a little dip, a little up, a little dip, up, a little dip. So is that affecting your stacking? Are you stacking more? Are you stacking less? Are you holding back now? Yeah, I asked that last week, but things have changed in a week. So has that changed, what you're doing in terms of either stacking or collecting or whatever it is with regards to precious metals? For me, I'm still the same because my priorities are changed now. For you, I know for you, Mr. X, you're making this transition, this move. So for you, it's kind of a priorities have shifted. My priorities shifted. So does that affect? How's everybody in the chat feel about it? What's going on with you? I mean, has your plans changed? Are you on a hold, or is it making you feel more secure? Having your stack on hand. Being your own bank. Everybody hear that a lot from a lot of folks. Be your own bank, and I like that. I like that phrase. Because you're using precious metals as a means to save. Without using a bank or a credit union. You got to jump through a couple more steps to convert, the gold or silver, whatever you're going to sell, into cash, fiat, or whatever you want to call it. But it's good because of those extra steps, gives you pause to make you think, okay, one, do I really, really need to do this? Because it's not necessarily a hassle, but you got to go through extra steps to sell it or find a buyer or however means you're going to convert it over, it gives you that pause. It's like, okay, why am I spending this money? Is it a bill I have to pay, or is it some, the latest Ford F-150 I want to buy? Not that I'm, supporting, I could really care less about Ford, but that's just a bad example. Really,
I talked to a guy the other day that you guys know I do a lot of trading.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a guy in email the other day, and he happens to be a shop owner out west. And he, it's the shop owner's brother, and he works at the shop with him. Well, me and him have done a lot of trading over the years, and I asked him, what's the trend going on? And I was asking, like, what people are buying, are they still buying generics? Are they going after the American Silver Eagles? Are they going after, bullion numismatics together? You know what I mean? And he said a lot of people are trading in their gold for silver. He said when it went down the least little bit last week, it scared them. He said they had like 6 or 7 people come in and trade 2 ounces of gold for all the silver they could handle. And I was like, now that's awful strange. Why are people?
They're playing the gold to silver ratio.
Right. And I'm thinking, okay, when the gold's going down, you should be trading in your silver for the gold, not getting rid of the gold to go to silver. That's what I couldn't understand, because your silver was staying about the same and your gold was going down. Why not trade that silver in for the gold if you can? And that was my question to him, and he said it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're afraid that gold's going to drop back down to 1,700 or 1,800, and they're going to miss out on those.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Silver. That's the only thing I can think of to play the gold to silver ratio, which I don't. I've traded silver for gold, but I've not traded gold for silver.
Right. I've never traded gold for silver. I've always went the other way.
Yeah. To me,
yeah, me three. I would not see why. It's to each their own, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
And if
there's no right or wrong answer here.
No, really. I mean, if they're the type, if they want to do it to see a flipping opportunity to make a little bit more, more power to them. To each their own, of course.
Yeah.
But me, no. Once I have gold in hand, again, unless I need it for an emergency or something else.
For me, the precious metals is just a safety net type thing. It's not going anywhere until something drastic would happen, or we want to go on a cruise or something, and I trade in a couple ounces of gold.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or when I finally retire and want to get the new the Dawn new Funmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be cashing in then, and then
hopefully it's not a Camaro. You see where they're going to stop making it?
They're going to stop making them again?
Yeah, but they're going to replace it with something else, but they haven't said what.
Oh, it's probably going to be something EV.
Yeah,
do I dare go on that tangent?
No. Well, you can. You can do whatever you want. It's your show.
No, but that's what they did. I mean, I had they shut Camaro down in 2002, and I bought one, for that year. And the dealer said I actually got one of the last 400 orders in for the cutoff date from the factory in Canada or something like that. And what Chevy did at the time is, they built the Camaro. They bought it to the Z28 package, so that came from the factory Z28. Then they send a car to SLP. It's like a performance shop, custom, sports car performance shop, and they took the Z28 and then turned it into an SS. So it got the nice badge. You got the 30 because 2002 was the 35th anniversary of Camaro, so they wanted it to go out with a bang, so to speak. So it got the badging and all that, fancy stuff. Had a little plaque on the dash that said 35th anniversary. And then Chevy stopped it, for I don't know how many years. It was 2002, and then when Michael Bay decided to do a lot, bring back the Transformers, all of a sudden Bumblebee.
A buddy of mine had he had a Bumblebee.
Those are nice cars.
Yeah,
it was a very.
they're
nice.
Car.
I thought it was ugly to skin, but it was nice.
So
because it's yellow with the black, and it just.
Oh yeah.
Screams pull me over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you could buy the Bumblebee edition. Actually, had the Autobot logo, Transformers on it.
He did. That's what he had.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But
it screams, "I'm not a school bus, so pull me over."
Yeah, but no. My plans are the future Funmobiles either going to be made either in Germany or it's going to be made in Bowling Green, Kentucky. If I have that location correct, right? Corvette plant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Water the possibilities.
Water possibilities. Good evening. So that's actually that's a nice little segue. If you are stacking, are you some folks are doing it for what? Something generational wealth, pass it along. I think you and I, Mr. S, we're kind of using it as kind of a supplement or augment to our retirement plan and our overall, quality of life. Like you said, if you got something fun you and the wife want to do, no problem. In my case, I want to get as many speeding tickets, before I die. So I want to make sure I get something really fast.
Just make sure you spread them out, or you get your taken away.
Limit myself to one speeding ticket a year. Try to
But make sure it's a really good one, like my last one, 125 and a 25.
Yeah,
I was on that interstate in a race car we built, and the customer was riding with me, and he just kept pointing over to the right, and I look over, and all I see is the exit sign. So I'm thinking, okay, he wants to get off this exit. So I hit the exit ramp, and as soon as I had geared down and was slowing down quickly, and as soon as I hit the off ramp, I just happened to see the blueberries and cherries in the rearview mirror, and that's when he clocked me. When I hit the exit ramp, 125 and a 25, he said, "You were scooting a lot quicker than that." He said, "This is when I could finally get you." He said, "This is when I could finally clock you." He took my license and walked away and left. He said he was emotionally involved in the traffic stop, and my license was suspended for 6 months. I was like, yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Well, it worked out to your favor because he could have thrown you in jail.
Oh yeah, reckless driving and endangering.
All kinds of stuff.
Could have towed the car and impound.
Oh yeah,
all kinds of good stuff.
Flag City's got an interesting take here about platinum.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree that it is as well, but it's one of those weird metals that not everybody buys or stacks because it's not a precious metal. Well, it is, but I mean, it's not.
It's more industrial.
Yeah. Well,
but I think that it's way undervalued, and I've only got a quarter ounce. That's all the platinum I got, and I don't really plan on adding any more to it.
I had a lot of when I lived in Wisconsin, I had bought a lot of scrap platinum jewelry from the pawn shop and had a bunch of that, and I don't know what I've done with it. I've lost it in a move, but if I find it, I'll have about 2.5, 3 ounces.
Yeah, it's probably in a Ziploc bag in a box someplace.
Probably. But that's when they were using platinum in catalytic converters.
Yeah, well, it was more expensive than gold.
Right. And now they're talking about going back to using platinum in catalytic converters instead of palladium. So that's going to make palladium dip if they do that, and it's going to make platinum shoot up like crazy because there's not going to be as much of it out there.
Where's platinum sitting? Yeah, platinum's down $8. It's at $9.85. Palladium's at $1,500 or $15,000. Excuse me. No, 1,500. Rhodium's way down. Rhodium's down to 9,300. But again, those are odd metals that people don't really collect or trade or do much about with.
Yeah, typically when people are collecting or stacking, they stick with gold and silver because it is
those are the two main precious metals.
Yeah, it is the established precious metals that that has been used as money since the beginning of time.
Yep.
The introduction of platinum and palladium as precious metals, I think that's only a fairly recent addition, so to speak. I mean, in chemistry, man. So if somebody's out there who actually majored in chemistry, please correct me. But if I recall, the terminology of precious metals didn't really come from financial or banking or anything. It actually came from chemistry. Yep. Chemistry called that group the precious metals, and it also includes other metals. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and I think there's one or two others that they consider that in the area. When you look at it from chemistry perspective, that's what they call it, the precious metals group. I think more specifically, they call it the platinum or the palladium group. And gold and silver are actually part of that. And I think that's the history of that. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I recall,
a lot of people think it's weird too, but a lot of it is based on conductivity of electricity. Gold is superb. I mean, it's superior for conducting electricity. Silver right behind it, and copper. But when you think of like Andy or Flag City was saying, EV batteries use a lot of palladium.
Mm-hmm.
I mean platinum.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think of precious metals, you also got to think of electronics. Your high-end electronics all have gold in them. Computers, your stereos, even your like your cables, your best cables, your high-end cables that you use, your HDMI cables, your RCA plugs, everything. The high dollar ones are all gold plated. They're gold plated for a reason. It's because of that conductivity in them. A lot of people don't think of it that way, but that's another reason that these metals are shooting up. Have shot up the way they are, because the more electronics out there, the more they need them, the less there are, and the harder it is to get them out of the ground.
And they're still working on methodologies to extract gold and silver, the precious metals, out of electronics. Recycling, or to recover it.
Lots
at what
and
point,
lots of acid.
There's universities and startups, they're looking into it. How can we take, how can we get the gold and silver out of this once you're done with it?
And most of them are focusing on the gold, right? Because the gold is worth it. The silver, it costs more to recycle it than it's worth.
There's a buddy here that's actually getting ready to get into gold recovery from e-waste, from computers. He works for Lenovo, the computer company, as IT. He gets all the e-waste from Lenovo. So whenever they upgrade all the employees across the company, he gets all the old stuff. So he has hundreds of pounds, if not thousands of pounds, of computer and computer parts and RAM and hard drives and everything that have the palladium and platinum and gold and silver and everything in them. And he said it's acid. He said it's a lot of acid and a lot of time to get all these little flakes of gold off of these computer parts. He says it takes forever. He said, but it's worth it in the end, because you spend $10, $15 on a gallon of acid and you can get $1,000 worth of gold out of it. So the up price is huge compared to what you got to put into it. He says, and it's just the time. He said, but you just mix it up, let it set, and then come back to it. So you're not spending that much time on it.
Yeah, is it Big Red Bullion that's always doing scrapping?
Yep.
And doing precious metal recovery and stuff.
Yep.
And I believe, if I recall from Coin Crew's auction, he had a surgery and is doing well.
Nice. I seen him.
Like a major surgery. Like,
where was it? I seen him yesterday. Oh, it was on somebody's stream. I was in somebody's stream and I seen him. I can't remember where it was.
Oh, I didn't know he was hospitalized. Well, we certainly our prayers and best wishes go out to you if you're out there listening.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
along, you know.
The latest word was that he was recovering fine, and
good.
That was what I have.
So as far as palladium, I don't have any palladium. Platinum, I have. I collect. I'm not stacking them, but I am collecting the little 1/10 ounce platinums.
Nice.
For the hell of it, just to collect to have. It's the fun side of what we all do, and that's how I look at them. Is I'm buying them because they're fun to have, fun to collect. Especially the Perth kookaburras in platinum they're really good looking.
Well, somebody had mentioned in chat that Andy
Resnick, been collecting since 1999.
And that's they started, the Platinum Eagle started in 90. Oh, God. When did it start, Andy? Was it 98 or 97 when they started making Platinum Eagles? It might be at a timing he said right there. I'm not sure. Because it wasn't like right when, it wasn't 86 with the silvers. 97. Okay. Thank you, Andy. Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting how Platinum Eagles are. I've actually been looking at them and thinking about, well, do I want to back, collect them or not? But they are definitely more expensive than, typical. A 1/10 Platinum Eagle, even now for this year, is far more than a Perth Kookaburra or a Platinum Britannia. In the same, 1/10. It's just that amazes me. So once again, the premium on U.S. Mint products are, in my opinion.
Yeah, somebody had asked earlier in chat if anybody bought the gold proof Eagles that were released this past week. Not I.
No.
If I stumble across one at a flea market or coin shop or something, and it's the same price, then I'd pick it up. But I'm not paying those premiums for the gold. But those that collect them,
Yep. They started in 97, Andy, and What Are the Possibilities said. The Platinum Eagles started in 97.
Hey, Bad Gateway. What is that? I'm about to send my 2019 P, 2020 P, 2020 P, the Queen Anne Revenge, all graded MS 70 to great collection. I mean, why would you regret it? That's for those that are in that series that collect, for the collectible folks, that's I don't necessarily see a downside to it, but aside from that is a niche.
Maybe it's on the fence whether he wants to send them in or not. Maybe he's like, do I? Do I not? Do I? Do I not?
Yeah,
that's the question every collector. That's the question every collector asks himself right before they sell something.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all done it.
Do I really want to do this?
Yeah, we've all done it. So, but great collections. You're gonna pay you got to pay a handling. I mean, they take a chunk of it, but that's where you're going to get the eyeballs with people with money.
Okay, yeah. I've seen somebody in the chat like 7 or 8 times, and it's driving me crazy. May I say hello to somebody?
Please.
I highlighted them for you, and you didn't. You didn't do your thing.
Man. Good evening, man. Good to see you. Love Kino Man.
Tiny, when she pops in, feel free to, hang 10, dude.
That's why I popped it on the screen, but he must not have seen it.
Well, he was talking, and I was like, I don't want to, but I was getting the itch, and I'm sitting over here twitching, and I'm jerking, and I'm like,
bad gateway. I don't know exactly why.
That's correct.
Oh,
Seller's remorse.
Seller's remorse. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had over 80 CCs and O's that I got rid of at one time in one sale. And I was like, do I really? Well, I have to do this. It wasn't, do I want to do this? It's, I have to do this.
Well, if you have to do it, that's different.
But the second they were in the mail, I was like, but do I really have to?
Do I need that second kidney?
Well, in my case, where my kidneys failed, I do need that second kidney because it killed me when they failed the first time. So I was like, yeah, I'll keep a hold of mine for now. But, somebody could use like half a gallbladder or something, I'm sure.
Chunk of liver, whatever.
Yeah, just a lobe, it'll be all right.
And in today's numismatic news and information for the 26th day of March 2023, let's go over to Tiny Numismatic's channel and see the latest news on his medical conditions with regards to selling organs illegally on the black market. That was
Is it really legal?
That was a joke.
Allegedly.
Satire, joke.
Is it really illegal if I get a receipt?
I think that would be a cash deal with no paperwork associated.
That's true.
Yeah,
At least they get a bill of sale or something.
No, and then you got to fill out a 1099.
Can's grilling it up, wanting some onions on it.
I'm thinking about
onions on it.
There's a I can't remember.
My liver's been through enough.
Someplace around here, they're having liver and onions tomorrow night. I'm thinking I might go.
Nice.
I haven't had good liver and onions in a while.
If it's sliced thin and it's done really well, I can do it. But if it's just like, like you see it in the store and it looks like a steak, not a steak. Done that mistake. If it looks like a steak, stay away from it. If it's sliced thin across the grain and it's fried up really well and like butter with onions on it, oh yeah, go for it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love liver and onions, but you're right. It's got to be cooked right, and it's got to be calf's liver.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's one of those things that you either love it or hate it, and I love it. So, Mr. John Shank, hello.
John Shank, good to see you, buddy.
Oh, it's a Bad Gateway's comment. Yeah, that's the risk. I can't think of a better word to use. But yeah, when it comes to silver, especially if it's the kind of semi-numismatic, stuff, you run that risk of, if it starts to tone or get milk spots, is that going to hurt me in the long run? If I decide to sell it later, if it's still in the raw, so to speak, versus it being slabbed and grated, I mean, I'm really not big into the slabs. Yeah, I'm doing them for registry set, but I'm just doing it out of fun. I'm not taking it too seriously. But for those who do, especially with like Morgans and Peace that are slabbed and graded, does toning, does milk spot, does that really affect it? When it's already slabbed, not before you send it in, afterwards. Does it affect its price? Does it affect
I mean, other than maples and the Silver Eagles, I don't think the Morgans had a milk spotting issue. But toning, I mean, some people want it blast white, and other people, they want the toning.
Yeah, look at one of the most impressive collections in the world. One of the most impressive Morgan collections in the world. Every Morgan is completely toned, absolutely gorgeous toning on these Morgans. I can't remember the name of the collection right off.
Freaking awesome. Woo!
But every Morgan is awesomely toned, and he sought them out that way.
Right.
So there's
and most of them
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely Mr. Kevin over Coins Making Sense finds some of the most beautiful toned Walking Liberties and Morgans I've ever seen.
I think he had a tone ASE I was actually fighting for last Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that 97.
Remember?
Oh yeah,
that 97. Yeah. I went for it.
Was it John Shank that ended up with that?
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. Hey,
awesome. Good to see you, buddy.
Good evening.
Silver Oceans.
Yes.
Good to see you, buddy.
Evening. And Silver Oceans is now doing auctions, I believe, right?
Nice. Yes, he does. I believe. Yes, he does. I'm trying. I want to say Friday nights, maybe.
I can't remember.
Don't know off the top of my head. But thanks for being here, and appreciate the support. So, Where were we? It was a good tangent, though. I guess addressing Bad Gateway, my plans, I do have one of the Error Wolverine coins.
Nice.
So I will be sending in to get graded. And the reason I'm doing that is for authentication. That way, one day when I do sell it, unless my nephew wants it for whatever reason, at least whoever the buyer is can have some level of assurance that coin is actually a legitimate Error Wolverine coin. So I'm kind of seeing that as a long-term kind of investment to kind of help me, down the road, if/when I do sell it, because it will be, I don't know if the word certified. Well, yeah, that's
it's authenticated.
Yeah. Thank you. Authenticated. Yeah. It'll be authenticated. So, it isn't, people will have them in the raw still, but if you're buying it graded, hey, either NGC or PCGS says, yes, this is the error year of that Wolverine coin. So
I think
I'm doing that for that reason.
I think you got to go NGC with that.
Yeah, NGC. PCGS has a hard time. PCGS for some reason has a hard time saying yes or no on a authentication of an error. For some strange reason, I have no idea why.
They just don't want to mess with it. They don't want to mess with it.
No, NGC has already graded those error Wolverines
that's
already.
What I'm saying. NGC for that kind of stuff and your world coins and all that, just go to NGC. At least if you're in the grading thing, that's what I would recommend. Like I got a Widow's Mite that I won on, I think, Coin Cruise auction, and it's graded NGC.
Silver Ocean says he does auctions once a month. He sends out an email to everybody who's interested. Keep them updated.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Should highlight that.
9:17 p.m. John Shank just subscribed to Silver Oceans. And I think John Shank wants to buy it now on the Wolverine.
Okay. What's the going rate on those?
I don't know, about 1,500 or something.
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
going to say about 1,500.
Something like that.
Yeah, you have my PayPal, so go ahead. You send me 1,500, $1,500.
This could be buyers. This could be seller's remorse. Be careful.
Yeah,
John Shank. You never know about him.
It is not for sale.
Okay.
Sorry, we were joking around there, buddy.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. Yeah,
next thing you know, your PayPal is going to have a ding, and you got to.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get an alert right here. You just been deposited. I'll be like, bing. Damn it.
Damn it. And I'm
I could always reverse it. I could always send it back. So, but no. It's going out for grading. In fact, I got a stack of stuff right here. I'm going to finish up, and it will go in the mail tomorrow. That I wanted to get graded. And yes, it's this. I FOMO'd myself, and I went and bought the congratulation eagle again.
Hey, leave it in the box.
No, and then sure enough, Liberty Coins. Oh, look! Congratulations, ASE, first day of issue.
$80.
This price? Okay, now look at the price of buying it raw. Oh, gee, they're within the window. What does that mean? Somebody watched his videos and
I don't know what to tell you.
Bad dog.
All I can do is put the information up there.
I know.
Which hopefully I'll be able to start putting information back out once I get back home and don't have this weird echo sitting in a empty house. So I've got some ideas on some stuff, but
we look forward to it. And I'm sure everybody's looking forward to me doing some content too. It's so hard. So hard. Oh,
yeah.
It's so hard. I need help. I need somebody to make the videos for me. I'll pay you.
What you paying? I love making videos. I make videos all the time.
Hey, Tiny, ask him what he's had sitting in his box for about 6 months.
I'm afraid to.
That helps with streaming.
What you had?
A little thing that you little push. He's had a stream deck.
Really?
He got it shortly after I got mine. He still has not plugged it in.
Oh, wow.
That's a good investment there.
Look,
yeah.
If you could see,
it's a pretty box. It's a pretty box.
Can you see? It's unopened. It's still sealed.
I don't know what to tell you. I use mine all the time when I'm at home. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I got to start packing stuff up. I got to start taking this stuff down. Well, actually, this is probably going to be the last room I pack anything.
Well, I would assume.
I got to start out there. I'm going to go get the
pod or something.
Yeah, no, well, storage locker or what we call them.
Storage locker.
Storage locker.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get one of those.
It'll be on TV under Storage Wars.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no precious metals, and none of the other precious metals will be going to that storage locker.
Yes, freaking awesome! It is me. Good to see you, buddy. The warranty has expired. Since it says Yoke Fam, the warranty has expired on that.
Probably has.
They've come out with an updated one now. It's got dials.
No more push buttons, Don. Now you got to go get the dial.
Well, it's got buttons, but it's also got dials where you can scroll through instead of pushing buttons for the next page and all that stuff. So it's kind of a neat little feature, but it does the same thing. It just, the appearance looks a little bit different in the way how it handles all that stuff.
So when I do my next auction, I'll put this up for non-coin and non-precious metal related item for sale.
Yeah, new in box, old stock.
Yeah, that's right. New old stock. Yeah. There you go.
New old stock. NOS. There you
go. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, it was a softball. I had to.
Oh, that was right across them. It was a beach ball across the plate's what that was.
Yeah. Stevie Wonder would have hit that one.
Yeah, one-handed.
that
Swinging left-handed.
Hurt.
Swinging left-handed.
Wow. Oh, I thought you were my friend. Okay, I see how you are.
I am.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, so Tiny, what do you have lined up for the week?
I have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday do Talking with Tiny on my channel, Tiny Numismatics. Me, Mr. Kevin from Coins Making Sense, and Bassman do it from 11 a.m. Eastern till 12 noon Eastern. Have a video coming out every other day. Just had one come out yesterday. No, Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday still. See,
Yeah.
That's what you get for sleeping half the day. You can't remember what day it is.
Yeah, and the SMS set.
Yep, the 66 SMS set that was gifted to us by Dr. 55 Chevy.
I'm so behind on watching videos.
Day after tomorrow, the 67 SMS set video will come out.
Nice.
But yeah, we've been doing videos every other day and doing the Talking with Tiny 3 days a week.
I try to catch it when I'm doing something.
Yeah, it's good to see you in there. It really is. It's good catching up with old friends. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. Appreciate both of you being here.
I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to make it. Honestly, I was feeling like trash. I mean, I was feeling bad.
You're sounding better now than when we were in the green room.
Yeah, I don't know. Getting in here and getting some laughs in me just made me feel better.
Oh yeah,
seeing all these awesome people in here, doesn't hurt either. Corrector came in. Good to see you, Corrector.
What's going on? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I got to just get off my. I have the time. I just need to take advantage of it. Make content. Doesn't have to be, super awesome looking, super edited, fancy looking video. Just make some quality, realistic, reasonable stuff. I mean, I got my little notebook full of stuff. It's just got to sit down and do it. And I think I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to trying to do YouTube stuff. It's kind of fired up about it, and it's kind of like, kind of like, why am I doing this? But
the easy formula for, and this is my take on it. This is my opinion and my opinion only. The easy formula for getting people to watch in this coin community is straightforward content. Be yourself, because people will find out if you're not, and they will see right through you, and make it to where everybody can understand, whether they just started or they've been in it for years. And I think that's good content. When you see, a video that goes through every little detail of it under the sun, and it loses you halfway through, you're like, oh, okay, this is getting too much. But when you tell them quick, you tell them exactly what's going on with it. You tell them, or like, you get your message across really quick. Then you go back and break it down piece by piece. That's going to catch them. That's going to get them involved. That's going to get them wanting to keep watching. Because, and you can ask anybody that makes coin content, if you don't catch them within the first 30 seconds, your watch time's going, if on a 5-minute video, your watch time's going to be about a minute. If you don't catch them within the first 30 seconds on a 10-minute video, your watch time's going to be about 45 seconds. Because you have to catch them early, and you have to make them interested. You have to want them to watch. And I'm lucky enough to where, I'm not bragging or anything, but the videos that I put out, if it's a 5-minute video, I have 3.5 to 4 minute watch time.
That's pretty good retention, right? Yeah.
And our click-through rate is always 15 to 20%.
That's good.
So it's like they want to see what's going on. They want to watch. And I think that's huge. That, that's a blessing to us. I mean, I'm over the moon and thankful. But if you make good, honest content, they like what they're seeing, you catch their attention and make them want to watch or want to know what's going on, you're going to have a successful channel. I mean, and a lot of the big channels out there, if you watch them and think about it in that way, a lot of them don't have to clickbait.
I was going to say, stay away from clickbait, obviously.
Yeah, I clickbait nothing.
I've unsubscribed from so many channels because of the clickbait or the lack of notification that it's a sponsored video.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy. Yeah. If it's a sponsored video, put it up there so we know it's a sponsored video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
But that's just me. That's just a pet peeve of mine. That's all.
I have that same pet peeve too.
Speaking of sponsored videos,
there's nothing wrong with being sponsored or anything like
that.
No,
absolutely not.
More power to you. Just be upfront about it.
I'm working on 2 sponsors right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
I'm working on two sponsors right now, and if I do get sponsored, you will know right off the bat because the first thing that's going to come up after the video is their logo. And right as the intro after the Fireball intro that I have is going to be their logo and thanking them for sponsoring the video or the channel, whichever one they want to do.
That and just click the little box that it's a sponsored video. So the little tabs in the.
Oh yeah, so it'll show the products that's sponsored. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't like the ones that you're sitting there and they're putting all these products up and you're like, why do they keep showing these products? Why are they talking about these products like that? And then you look down in the description box and it says, it's got a link to some obscure website where that product is linked to it, and you're like, what the hell? Come on. Just tell us.
I think that's
I was just gonna highlight the exact same message. Yes, Yoke fan, I completely agree.
Yep.
Sky is falling. Buy solar now.
What is it you like to say, Tiny? And the winner of the internet tonight is.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Everybody's gonna die. Watch my video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I always make my joke. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, silver and gold did shoot to the moon. It just happened to be on board Artemis 1 on its maiden flight to return manned flight to the moon. So it's already shot to the moon once. It's going to shoot to the moon a second time in next year on Artemis 2. And then another year or a half after that, Artemis 3, which the first female astronaut will step onto the surface of the moon. So no pressure on her to say whatever the infamous words she's.
This could go in so many different directions that
she's going to step out of the capsule and go, it's about damn time. Sorry.
I know you and I know we've talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to kind of poke fun at that when Artemis 1 went up, they were talking about the future missions of Artemis 2 and 3, and they brought up the discussion about NASA is the plans are for a female astronaut to command the mission to land on the surface of the moon again. And it was a little bit of a joke. So the commentator was asking, they had a female astronaut, on the stream while Artemis 1 went up. And she asked her, so what do you think her first words are going to be? Are they going to be as profound as what Neil Armstrong said? And she was just laughing. And she said, I'm glad I don't have to figure that out right now.
Yeah.
Or I'm glad I'm not the astronaut that has to figure that out right now. Because that's going to be, those are going to be.
No pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No pressure, right?
No pressure. Only one.
They're going to turn on her mic and she's going to go, yeah.
I'm not going to say.
Forgot what I was going to say. I'd forget what I was going to say. Have some grandiose thing to say, and then all of a sudden I get out there and go, damn, this is soft. Look at that. There's dust everywhere.
It's like walking through
Tiny sugar. I figured if it was you landing on the moon, you'd probably say, hey, Buford, fetch me my beer.
Absolutely. I'd be like, hey, throw me one of them out of the cooler there, buddy.
Hey, Houston. Oh, wait a minute. Saying it wrong. Breaker 19. Yep. We're here on the surface of the moon and Cletus
get a radio check.
Figure out where the bathroom is.
Yeah, I'd like to see the repeater on that one.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a repeater, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. So yeah,
Yo,
gold and
man.
silver. We'll shoot to the moon
Here we
again.
go. Here we go. They're
What's that?
starting.
Had to be 1,000 miles ago.
Oh boy, yeah, I just lost some views.
Andy Resnick.
I could see everyone's house from here.
Oh my.
These are tame.
Yeah.
No, she's going to complain to the pilot, going, "I told you took a wrong turn way back there, but we ended up here anyway. Good job."
Well, she's supposed to be piloting it. So
No.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, the mission commander is also the pilot, the
Nice.
primary pilot. Yeah, for the.
Yep.
And then the
Even better.
And then
Even
the
better.
assistant mission commander is the co-pilot.
Nice.
Well, back in the space shuttle days, that's how it was typically. Yeah. So I'm sure with this, still similar setup. You're going to have a mission commander and then the first officer, if you want to call it that. But both of them will be the pilots, for the aircraft or spacecraft, I should say. But I couldn't figure out I think it's still kind of set up like the original Apollo. They're going to have a command module that's going to stay in orbit around the moon as they land the lander and all that stuff. Now, is that command module still going to be manned while the other astronauts, 2 or 3, I don't know how many it is, do they go down?
It'd have to be. It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
No. I would argue, yeah, because
why?
For backup, obviously,
yeah.
Heaven forbid the computers go.
Don't
you still
have
want somebody up there to be able to.
I would think so as well, but
yeah,
I mean,
but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know all the specifics off my head, but we'll find out within another year or so when Artemis 2 goes up, because it will be a fully manned mission. They just won't actually get to actually touch down on the moon.
Nice. That'd be my luck of the draw. Work my whole life to be an astronaut, and I get to fly around the moon, and I can't land on it.
I know, right? I mean, isn't that what happened to what? Because Apollo 11 that's when Neil and the boys landed for the first time. But all the Apollos before that, they did all the various stages, but never actually. What was Apollo 10? They actually released the lunar lander and actually went down towards the surface, but never actually touched the surface, right?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
I think you're right. I can't remember why they couldn't touch down though.
Yeah. No, I just think that's just how they planned it. They just wanted to test each piece of equipment in specific stages. And once they say, okay, everything seems to go, everything worked up as a dress rehearsal. And once
it would make sense with the way that they operate,
Yeah.
If I was on the lunar lander going down towards the moon and they told me not to land, I'd be like, oops, sorry.
Exactly.
Hit the wrong button. Joystick got stuck.
Sorry, Houston. I gotta go back. Anyway, hey folks, it's an hour, and I think it's a great discussion, and appreciate you, Mr. Gen X and Mr. Tiny, for being here this evening. It's great show.
Thank you. Thank you.
It definitely perked me up, and it sounds like it perked you up too, Tiny. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for everyone in the chat sharing part of your Sunday evening with us. I hope this new start time was okay for everyone. I was kind of, figuring out, is it good, moving it? Does it make a difference? Does it help people? Is it going to hurt? Yeah, it helps me with, watch hours and all that stuff. But, I want to make sure it's, convenient for people too. Plus, in our community on here, the bandwidth is so small. Somebody's got an auction going on. Someone else has got a live stream on. It's just.
Yeah,
it's the way it is.
I didn't check, but the one auction normally is wrapping up. Well, it depends on how many lots he has between 8:30 and 9. And
we all certainly, we try not to step on each other's toes, but that's just the reality of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And people are going to go where they want to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, and I know as well as you gentlemen, and I know as well as other people out there know, if there's two people on that you're both interested in, you're going to skip back and forth between the two. You're going to have both going at the same time. So it's, I mean, yeah, some people say stepping on somebody's toes or trying to push somebody out. No, I don't see it that way at all. I just see two people wanting to put out good content for the coin community, and there's just not enough time slots for everybody to do it in. So people are going to go where they want to go, and if they want to see both of them, they're going to jump back and forth. They're going to have them both open at the same time. So I don't. I think it's awesome when you have as many people as we do in this coin community.
Yeah, you've got a lot of choices.
Right, wanting to put out content for people. I think it's awesome that we have to worry about somebody else, because I mean, there's some communities on YouTube that they could stream anytime they want to and not worry about other people. But when you have time slots that you got to try to work around, that's respect. And that's why I do my show during the day. Nobody does anything in the middle of the day. So that's why I started doing mine during the middle of the day. Because, people were asking, hey, there's nothing during the middle of the day. And I was like, haha, there is now. I mean, you guys were there when I started it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that was awesome time slots. We loved it. So I brought it back.
Cool.
Yep.
I might, I don't know. We'll talk later, Tiny. Maybe I could pop in on maybe one Friday a month or something like that.
All righty. Hey, no problem. Anytime.
Yeah. See how I just muscled myself into that there, just invited myself, See, what happened to that word respect? See,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just said, hey, I'm going to do this.
You just shoehorned yourself in there.
I seen your mouth moving, but I kind of just, my eyes glazed over there for a second. I was like, what did he say? Sound like Charlie Brown school teacher.
No,
I got you, brother. No big deal. I'll be the first one to sign off here. You guys have a good evening. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change, because you never know what you got in your pocket until you look.
Thanks, Tiny.
Thank you, Tiny. Appreciate you being out here, man. Breath of fresh air, and I think you and I helped rejuvenate each other, because I wasn't 100% on my game tonight. So I really appreciate you being here, Tiny. And of course, you, Mr. Magnum PI.
Yes.
That Hawaiian style Floridian shirt. Yeah, we could see that. Yeah, you and Florida just don't get along. It's pretty obvious.
Not at all. Not at all. So I'm gonna bow out and thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks to the mods. And I know Can was posting links, and with everybody that was active, it was fun. I thought it was a good time. So thanks for having me on. And until next time, folks, 73.
Well, hey, again, thank you for sharing part of your Sunday evening with us. Thank you to Gen X Collectibles. Thank you to Tiny Numismatics for this great evening, great chat. Had some good discussions, and and it's like, I certainly like to keep it as an open forum, and this is for everyone here. This is as equally as much your live stream as it is ours. So please, if you'd like to join in, or you have a topic or anything you'd like to share, please reach out and let me know. We'll bring it up, or just put something in the chat you want to talk about. It's what we're all about. This is doing this live stream is for me is more important to build that friendship, fellowship, within our coin collecting and stacking community, as it is for me building watch hours. Yeah, it's is it important to grow channels? Yeah, sure, but I want to put the fun back into what we're all doing here on YouTube. So that's what I want this evening with the dawn to be. I want that to be the main focus, is to for us to connect in some way and talk about stuff and just, hang out, have fun, have good discussions, and connect. At least certainly once a week here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for Gen X and Tiny for being up on panel. And since I haven't said it enough or in a while, and since I was talking about NASA and Artemis, don't forget the first law of thermodynamics: energy is neither created nor destroyed, rather it can be altered in form. Therefore, transform your energy into a force for good.